The Meredith Vieira Show starts right now. Coming up, imagine hailing a cab full of candy.
They asked me, it's for us? I said, of course, guys. It's for you guys, as much you want.
The inspiration behind his remarkable ride and our sweet surprise for him. Coming up.
If you have ever been to New York, you know that a cab ride can be, well, an experience. Sometimes there's a little horn honking, sometimes there's a little profanity, but sometimes, if you're lucky, there can be a little sweet surprise.
There are more than 13,000 yellow taxis in New York City. But if you happen to hail Mansoor Khalid's cab, you're one lucky passenger.
Candy cab is a sweet cab.
It's called the Candy Cab because it's filled with candy and chocolate, all of it free.
It just tons of free treats inside my cab.
The Candy Cab even has disco lights and a karaoke machine. And customers can't get enough of the backseat party.
When I give them a microphone, people feel like they're a rock star. So they just love to sing and scream, and they just don't want to stop.
But Mansoor usually doesn't tell them the story behind his sweet ride. It all has to do with his 2-year-old son who died from heart disease.
When my son passed away, after 2 weeks, I was feeling like I'm missing something. Then I just decided to buy a couple of bags, and it just became a big candy cab fun.
Somehow, handing out candy and making people happy made Mansoor feel closer to his little boy.
I think he's watching me, whatever I'm doing.
But sadly, the Candy Cab recently broke down, and Mansoor is stuck driving a rental while he tries to raise money to buy a new cab laden with fun, sugary treats. Something he says he must do to honor his son.
And I hope he will be proud of me, whatever I'm doing.
Please welcome the Candy Cab man, Mansoor Khalid. Mansoor, such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Before you were known as the Candy Cab man, you were known as the Coffee Man because you used to bring coffee and donuts, sweets to the doctors and nurses at the hospital where your son was.
Yes.
Was giving to them your way of trying to deal with your own emotions at the time to sort of escape the pain?
It is actually make you feel great when you buy something from your pocket and you give it to them, and when they smile, your stress level goes away. You feel great. So I was, when he was in the hospital, I was just buying donuts, sweets. Whenever I give to them, they tell me, "Oh my God, you make my day," and it makes you feel great.
Yeah. And then after your son passed away, just 2 weeks after, you decided you wanted to do something almost to honor him. And so you started putting candy in your cab. Eventually you had the karaoke machine, the lights, the whole thing. How did people react when they would get in their cab?
People, when they sit in my cab, when they look tons of candies and chocolates all over, they ask me, "It's for us?" I said, "Of course, guys. It's for you guys." And they ask me, "Can we have it?" I say, "Guys, attack on it.
Attack on it,
as much you want. It's good."
Yeah.
When they're smiling and laughing and screaming, my time is like a flyby.
Yeah, Mansoor told me in the back that a lot of times people won't leave the cab. You know, get to the stop and they don't want to leave.
Yeah, sometimes when people, especially when they're singing time and they don't want to get out.
Why would you?
Yeah. They don't want to get out.
Oh, gosh. You know, your Candy Cab has become a big deal beyond just in New York. You have the Facebook page, a website, thousands of followers. Are you surprised that so many people, many of whom have never met you, never even been in New York, have responded to this?
People, since they heard all over the news, like these cabs are full of fun. So nowadays, from international side, international countries, from out-of-state people, my cab has become a bucket list. So
a bucket list. I mean, that's great.
In New York, yeah. So whenever they come in New York, they call me. I say, "Sure, guys, I will be there." And I pick them up, children's, families, they get together, and they're taking pictures inside, singing, screaming. So,
which makes what's happening now disappointing because, as I said before, a few weeks ago, Mansoor had to give up his Candy Cab, and we're going to hear what happened and also his plan to get that back on the road when we come back. We are back with Mansoor Khalid, also known as the cab man. While you were spreading so much joy throughout New York City, you were also racking up some credit card debt with your wife, and you got into financial difficulties, could not afford to repair your cab. So now you are driving a cab right now, but you don't own it.
I don't
So
own
you
it.
can't fill it with the candy anymore. You can't put up the lights or any of that.
I cannot do that.
Do
yes.
you feel in a way that you've lost a little bit of your identity? Because so much of it had to do with that particular cab. And
Candy Cab, I feel like is my part of my family. Is missing something. I feel like it's close to my heart. It's missing something every day. Nowadays, like I'm not able to make any kind of fun in a cab, and I hope when I get car and the new fun will be back in the city.
yeah, I know you're working towards that. You started a GoFundMe campaign to raise money, and so far you've raised $5,000.
Yes.
Which is not bad. That's pretty good.
Yes.
But then we talked to our friends at Jimmy Dean. You know Jimmy Dean?
No.
It's a big company, sausages. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
The folks at Jimmy Dean share your passion for spreading joy, morning, noon, and night. Well, they know you anyhow with their great products. And when they heard about your story, they wanted to help you. So they're giving you a check for $25,000 to support your efforts.
Thank you.
So I think, you know, look them up tonight. Look them up and see what they're about. And that's not all. I mean, the $25,000 will go a long way,
yes,
but have you heard of Dylan's Candy?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Dylan's
yes.
Candy Bar here in New York. Well, they also heard about your story, and they want to help you, too. So they're giving you 250 pounds of candy. So you're going to be fully stocked when you get your cab up and running. You'll have everything you need, okay? Thank you so much. Our thanks to Mansoor Khalid. For more information on his candy cab, go to MeredithVieiraShow.com.